And he probably needs. Are you guys ready?
Sure.
Well,
I think we're ready.
You are? All right. Well, it's a great honor for me to introduce Phil and Vivian Williams. They are legends in the Northwest music scene. They're all the way down from Seattle. Make them real welcome. Phil and Vivian Williams.
This thing on? Yeah, it is. Okay. It looks like I'm going to do a lot of the talking because Vivian's had sort of a laryngitis thing for a week, but I'll make her talk after a while, okay? Well, the first tune we played, which a lot of you people probably know, maybe, Ragtime Annie, because it happens to be the theme song or theme tune of the Idaho Old Time Fiddle Association. Vivian and I have been involved in the fiddling of the Pacific Northwest, particularly now for a long time. We met here in Portland 55 years ago at Reed College and have been playing together ever since. Right. So, there is a big fiddle tradition in the Pacific Northwest which very few people really know about today. It's mostly out in the rural parts of the states. But it's been a very, very active thing. I think the Washington Association now has around 1,700 members itself. And, but if you're living in the cities, then you aren't going to be seeing it very much. Well, it turns out that in 1962, the governor, no, not the governor, not that year, 1962, a fellow that lived in Corral, Idaho, named Manny Shaw. He lived in this town, ranch out in this town that's up on the north part of the Snake River Plains, and he was an old-time fiddler. He actually came to the Corral in a covered wagon, but from the west rather than the east. And there was a fellow also named Blaine Stubblefield who was a folklorist. And they got together and they perceived that it might be nice to get some of these Idaho fiddlers together, and there are quite a lot of them over there. Most of them came out of Missouri and that. They'd get them together and go and play at the Seattle World's Fair in 1962. So they brought over a whole busload of Idaho fiddlers, and they did play in the main auditorium of the World's Fair in '62. The next year, 1963, was the Idaho Territorial Centennial. The governor of the state asked Manny Shaw about getting some fiddlers together to play for the centennial celebrations. And that's when they figured, he and Stubblefield figured they should form an old-time fiddle association to try to help preserve and perpetuate the music that came out here with the pioneers. This is all family dance music. In 1965, Vivian and I went to a meeting in Clarkson, Washington, and helped form the Washington Old Time Fiddle Association. The Oregon one was formed about the same time, and now they're all over the United States. And we're, I guess, fairly heavy participants in that. So we're going to play tunes that we learned from fiddlers here in the Northwest and tell you a little bit about them.